first of all, I'm 5 years in this game, but in order to get in the game, it was another 10 years of that, of like focusing and working and dedicate yourself to even get your foot in the door. So once that happened, and we 5 years later, bruh, I realized that you run a risk. You walk that line, and one day when you make that decision, like I look at these artists, I ain't gonna say no names, but I look at them and I'm just like, bruh, you're not happy. I can tell when I speak to you, when I see your interviews, I can tell I know that you're not happy. And I know that in order to get to this level, you gotta sacrifice your relationships with your parents, with your girl, with your friends. Like, things change. I'm gonna get there, but I'm not willing to get there without this level of happiness and this level of like, I'm taking a step back from what it took to get me here and saying, yo, let me readjust and reanalyze what's important to me. Is it this shit out in Hollywood, or is it what I got back home? Is it being a better son to my mother? Because who knows how much time we got left. Being a better brother to my brother, being a better boyfriend to my girl, being a better friend to my friends. Like, what's more important? So yes, I want this, but I refuse to have this without this. And I'm gonna make sure I get there and still have these things.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, man. I'm not a yes man, I'm not a dick rider. I've never met an artist who talks like this and worries about those concerns.
Bruh, this is why, and this is another reason for doing it. Yeah, I'm telling my story, and it connects with you and it resonates with you because you already been through it. Because it's people that sit at home, because I was one of them. I know what it's like to be on this side of the fence and just be a regular nigga at home watching these niggas on TV and be like, oh, it must be great. And I know what it's like to be over here and to actually be in it and to see these niggas. So I'm the one telling you, I'm the first one to tell you, yo, I'm your homeboy that, like, we both used to look on the other side of the fence, but we couldn't make it over. I'm your homeboy that got over there and didn't just flip and be like, oh, I'm over here. I'm really telling you, like, yo, yeah, it's cool sometimes, this part is dope, but yo, this is fact. I'm telling you how it really is, because I don't want you to get a misconstrued perception about what it's like to be over here, that everything's fine. These people selling their soul, like, and not in the sense of like, they don't even know they selling their soul.
I tell people all day long, because everybody thinks, because I'm around all the celebrities and stuff, that the grass is green on the other side. It's not. And I'm going to tell you something. Most people selling their souls, and I will never sell my soul and my integrity to be someone I'm not. As long as you know me, I'm going to be the same. Life is short. You got to make the best of it, and you got to be happy. And I got one more last question, man. You got a background full of diversity and travel, right? Which I had. And we live out of hotels. And we live off of planes and tour buses. I was in London with you. I've been on many tours with you. How does that affect you as an artist and as a person? Because it affected me so crazy that this is not normal. Right. Like going to Hawaii with an artist, going to Beirut with an artist, but if you go on your own, it's not like that. How did all this affect you, traveling, and just all this affect you as a human being?
Man, I got nothing but positives from it. Like, it wasn't a negative. Like, man, I got to see the world and see things I never thought I'd be in Beirut, Johannesburg, South Africa. These are places that Sydney, Australia, Melbourne, Australia, like places that I didn't even know where they was at on the map, you know, in terms of like, I told my mom I was going to Beirut one day. She's like, where you going? Like, I'm about to go to Beirut. She was like, oh, Lebanon? I was like, oh, it's in Lebanon? Like, oh, I guess. I didn't even know Beirut was in Lebanon at the time. So I'm learning as I'm traveling.
History and cultural stuff.
Exactly, as I'm traveling to these places, you know, and I got nothing but positives, man. It was amazing for me. I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina, bro. People don't even make it out.
I've been to Charlotte and been to Raleigh.
Bro, going to Charlotte is a big deal for us. You know what I mean? For us to take that 2.5 hour drive to Charlotte is like a big deal growing up. Or even to drive to Raleigh, which is an hour away. Like, well, where I come from, it's a small town, 150,000 people, small city rather, 150,000 people, but we have small town mentality.
Right.
You know
when I travel the world, I tell people that I try the food, I want to sightsee, I don't want to sit in a hotel, and I try to push my artists to go out there and move around.
That's how you gotta do it. That's the right way to do it, bro.
You know, like I said, bro, I'm proud of you.
Thank you, man.
Every time we connect, we just have real conversations.
Word up.
Deep conversations. So I want to salute you.
Well, thank you, man.
For being the fucking man that you are, that you're saying real shit. And that's why if you met Pac, you're the new Pac. You're the young Pac. You're the j.cole. You're j.cole.
Word.
Not the next person. You're j.cole.
Thank you, man.
Who's a real person with a big heart, who's an MC and spits knowledge, bro.
Word up.
So I salute you, man.
Thank
I'm
you,
not
man.
sucking dick. I'm not kissing ass.
Nah,
I'm saluting you, bro.
Thank you, man.
And if you never saw me again, I will always say that man is a real motherfucker.
Right, and it goes both ways, for real.
I appreciate that, man.
Thank you, man.
So you know the saying, we working.
We working, man.
We
You
working,
see it?
man.
What up, y'all? Cole World, J.Cole, man. We out LA, Hollywood, live with Steve LaBelle. That's my man.